When preparedness meets overlanding and rooftop tents. What are rooftop tents? Well, in this video, we're going to show you our rooftop tent. We're going to show you how it works, how to set it up, how to take it down. A lot about it, pluses and minuses of having a rooftop tent and having a soft shell tent like this versus a hard shell tent. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with asymmetricalpreparedness.com. Yes, the website is up. Please go there, check it out. Get some awesome merch like this hat, your gourmet coffee to meet your needs. Please go to the website, check it out. All right, so getting into the video, this rooftop tent is a Tough Stuff Overland Ranger rooftop tent. It is a soft shell tent, which we're going to get into some things about soft shell tents. But one of the things I'm actually going to start off, let's start off with a positive. I like to start off being positive. All right, having a rooftop tent. Why would you want a rooftop tent? Well, for one thing, it keeps you off the ground. So you don't have to worry about groundwater. You don't have to worry about where water is going to flow if it rains. You don't have to worry about crawly critters all over the ground. It keeps you up and off the ground, which I like that. I really like it. And it's portable, and for the most part, I think even this one, even a soft shell, is faster to set up than a ground tent. So I feel it's a really good option. I love rooftop tents. I think they're awesome. They're one of my favorite things about overlanding. I love them. Another great thing that I like about having a rooftop tent and a vehicle set up like this is when or if it ever comes down to the fact where we have to go out there fighting and or defending our way of life. Well, this becomes a huge addition to our mobility. A couple of these vehicles up moving through the woods, through the mountains, you have shelter, you have your food, your supplies and everything in here. I get it, gas would be limited. You probably run out unless you can source it. But it's a great force multiplier for additional mobility capabilities. Great thing about it also is, yes, it adds mobility, your ability to move quickly, to have maybe a column of vehicles or spread them out and have them scouting through the mountains or doing whatever. It provides platforms for mounting different things like pews on. It also gives you the capability to carry more supplies, like more freedom seeds in there, more pews, more things like that, as well as food, water, and all the supplies like that you may need. It just adds a huge mobility factor to that whole situation. Now, if there's drones and or aircraft and stuff like that, okay, I get it. It's not perfect, but it's very advantageous to have a vehicle set up like this with a good rooftop tent on it. So this is a soft shell tent, like I said. One of the negatives about it is how tall it sticks up off the top of the vehicle. If I got a hard shell rooftop tent, it would go up to about right here. So I would cut off 6 to 8 inches, and a hard shell tent is so much easier to open up and to set up. It has these clips on the side. You just reach up, you undo the clips, you push up on it, and it goes and it raises up. Depending on what kind you have, then you may have to lift out the other part that comes down. But this is a soft shell tent, so let me get into showing you guys how this kind of tent is set up. All right, so first part of setting it up are these two straps here. What you do is reach up, pull them down. Then the next step is the zipper that holds it. So for me, this is how I do it. Climb up here, little tabs. I put some 550 cord on my zipper, pull, makes it easier. And yes, the zippers get stuck. That's one reason why I don't like soft shell tents. I'm gonna come back down, go around there. Pull the strap off. I'm trying to get the zipper as far over as I possibly can so I can grab it from the other side. Then you just work the cover off the back of it. Then this is the pain in the butt part that you don't have to do with a hard shell tent. Just climb up on top. Then you flip the cover off. Then what I want to do is I want to extend the ladder out. Okay, I ended the straps on the other side, on the two sides, so I can reach up, grab this ladder now, and deploy the tent. And there you go. The tent is basically deployed. As you can see what it looks like. I don't know if I've shown it in other videos, but that's what it looks like. And now what I'll do is I'll show you some of the inside in just a sec after I deploy the rain shroud. Okay, the next step is to deploy the awnings on it. So they have these little rods it comes with. You just hook a little hole there, and it has a little section in the frame of the tent that you just slide it into like that. Grab another one, slide it into this side. It's actually easier if you put it into the tent frame first and then bend this back, and that's how you deploy an awning. So as far as preppers go, and how does preparedness and overlanding kind of meld together? Well, overlanding is basically bug out route identification and bug out location identification, with one caveat. Obviously, if you're going to have a bug out location, it needs to be something you own. Obviously, that is much better. But, you know, a lot of people don't have the money to go out and buy property. So what is a good alternative? A good alternative is to get out in the mountains, find yourself some fairly safe areas in good terrain with sources of water, wild edibles, wildlife around that you can survive off of. Put caches there and stuff like that. Now, not optimal, obviously. Bugging in is always a first choice, but bugging out still needs to be an option. And this is where the overlanding and preparedness world really come together. Kind of like I've talked in the past before about how the M Ward and the Minuteman guys and the homesteaders and the preppers all need to get together and form communities. Well, throw overlanders in there also. A lot of people that are preparedness minded are into overlanding also. So it's a great way to get out there, and it's great family fun. You know, get out into the mountains and, you know, experience all the sights and the scenery. And one of the great ways you can do that is have a properly built vehicle, four-wheel drive, SUV, or truck with a rooftop tent on it and get out there. But you don't need to have one of these. You can have a ground tent, just like a regular camping trip, throw the stuff in your rig and go. So you don't need a rooftop tent, but my thoughts about these rooftop tents is that through my experience, I never ever want to own another soft shell tent. I really want a hard shell tent, but they're expensive. So it's a saving up process. Hopefully someday, hopefully soon, I will get a hard shell tent. But, you know, hey, if there's any companies out there and you want to send me a hard shell tent to do a review on, and I can talk about it, show the products, great. Send me an email, asymmetricalpreparedness@gmail.com, please. Hard shell tents trump soft shell tents in every single category except for price, and some of them weight. Some of them weigh a little bit better. But another thing that's positive about a hard shell tent is that lower profile. You're not really less top heavy, but what it is it's creating, you know, for me it would be 6 to 8 inches less drag for all that wind resistance up there. And this is a 91 Land Cruiser with that straight six with like 150 horsepower. So you get it off trail or on trails and it's awesome. It's amazing. But on the highway going down a freeway, you go up some mountain passes when it's like 75 miles an hour. Yeah, this is not going 75 miles an hour up a mountain pass. So reducing that wind resistance, reducing weight also is important for rigs like this. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Drop any questions in the comments below and check out Patreon. Check out the links in the description below and have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.